more important than ever to sell yourself to the client, right?
That's right. Real estate agents right now, we need to be extremely proactive with buyers. This business is changing. Our markets are changing. The rules and regulations are changing. Always be receptive to learn and keep learning and never think you know it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Welcome everybody to a very, very special live event episode of Rise Above the Ranks, brought to you by Estate Media and proudly sponsored by Homes.com. I'm James and I'm here with David, and we are very much ready to dive right into something new and very exciting today. Instead of our usual deep dive into trends, we're doing something live and fast-paced. The Realtor Hot Seat, which is right here to my right. We got some real estate pros stepping up to the mic, ready to ask us their burning questions, and we will be giving them rapid fire advice. It's going to be quick, it's going to be very insightful, and packed with tons and tons of value. So let's get right into it. We're going to start opening up questions to the audience that are here with Homes Pro. So let's jump right into it. Dave, who is going to be our first question of the day?
Come take a seat.
Come and take a seat. How are you?
Oh, how's it going?
Good.
How you doing, Ricardo? I'm David. How you doing? You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
All right. So given the recent changes in the market and, with the recent lawsuit and all, how do you see everything? How do you see it in the next year or so?
The changes in the market as far as?
With the fluctuation, I'm a big reader of the blueprint,
Okay, like interest rates and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Got it. Yeah. So
how do you guys see that?
So we're in a really good position right now because we just saw a 0.5 point cut in interest rates, and that's really, it was kind of priced into the market before because borrowing rates went down a couple of months ago. But basically money is cheaper, right? So if I buy a home, I can get a better rate on my mortgage, bottom line. And everyone talks about everything that's been going on in the market over the last 2 years. The main reason we saw the market go down for the last 2 years was because interest rates were going up. Now we're seeing interest rates finally go down, and we're seeing a huge buildup of activity in the market, and we're very excited for the things ahead now.
And I'll add to that, I think as real estate agents right now, we need to be extremely proactive with buyers. With rates coming down, with an election coming up, I think we need to be very active in how we go out and look for buyers, how we generate business. And one of the reasons that we're partnered with Homes Pro, and I think you should definitely start to educate yourself with this, is on their platform you have lots of different tools where you can generate analytics and you can find out sort of what the market trends are doing, which way the markets are moving, so that as an agent you can stay the biggest expert in your field as humanly possible.
Yeah, it's more important than ever to sell yourself to the client, right?
That's right.
And let them know your worth.
Correct.
To agree?
In order to do that,
You need the data. In order to get the data,
Absolutely.
Homes Pro does that.
but
We'll
you've got to be
check it out.
proactive, you've got to work hard, you've got to go out there, get business. But look, we've weathered the storm. We've seen rates high, we've seen the market come down, and now we're seeing it start to turn. Rates are coming down, the buyers are coming back up, and so now's the time to
Good times
capitalize.
ahead, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, thank you very much.
Great to
Thank you
meet
so
you.
much.
Thanks for taking the hot
Thank
seat.
you.
Good
Thank
to
you
meet you.
so
Have a good
much.
one, Ricardo.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you
Hey,
too.
Dave.
I'm a big fan of both you and the show.
Well, we appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. My question is, speaking about the new construction, the new builds, how does an agent pivot to get into selling a home or listing a home that is new construction as opposed to an existing?
Yeah, I've got a good answer for that. And I think it's really how the relationship starts with the developer. Often developers will work with the agent that sells them the dirt in the first place, right?
See.
And so it's the longevity of a relationship. David and I built our business off door knocking and selling to developers. So we would sell the dirt, sell the dream of what it could be, and then maintain that relationship with the developer right until you've sold the dirt, help them with the build, help them with understanding floor plans, the right architects, designers, and David's actually fantastic at this, actually working with them through the process and then listing it on the back end and building your pipeline that way.
And so for a new agent, how long would you say you could take them to tap into that market? Is it something
as quick as they want?
Really?
The harder they work, the quicker they'll get into it. But
Absolutely.
again, there's different ways. Like James said, like we door knock, we would
Yes.
sell teardowns to developers. You can also literally walk onto construction sites. You know, I could go to West Hollywood, for example. I could go to
Yes.
Brentwood, Palisades, wherever. I could
Amazing.
literally see the construction sites, walk on,
Okay.
and ask the foreman or whoever's there, who the owner is, what they're planning to do with it.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised how much information you can get.
Yes.
And then even if you don't have the listing signed, you can always go back to your office and shop it off market, right?
Right.
And see if any agents have buyers for that. And then start showing that property or other ones. And that's how you build up the relationship
Right.
with the seller, because the developer will say, oh, wait, this agent's really proactive. This agent's doing showings I'm not even done yet. So I think it's just a whole conundrum of just working hard, staying on it, door knocking,
Yes.
relationships.
And I'll add, I think as agents, you have to really target who your demographic of buyer is, right? So if you're going after developers, for example, utilize title, you know, pull all of the land properties where you see a small house on a big lot. That's going to be a great area to target. Use different tech stacks. Homes Pro, for example, they have analytics as well, where you can actually target specific sellers, target specific buyers. There is so much that as agents today in the world of tech that we can use at our fingertips to enhance our business, to better our business. The agents 30 years ago didn't have any of that. They had a fax machine, they had a pager, and they had their feet in their hands, they'd go and door knock. Today, we've got so many added tech stacks that we can use to actually be more specific about the business that we target. So have intention with who you're working with and be specific about the market that you're going after and then go after it.
Amazing. Really good advice. Thank you.
Thank you
Do I
so
have
much.
a chance for one more question?
Sure, go
Okay.
for it.
Take it
Now
away.
we spoke a bit about the tech side. I actually represent Local Social Pro, which is an automation for realtors.
Yep.
However, AI has dapped into the market now. Have you guys experienced any benefits of using AI? And if so, how, as a new agent or an existing agent?
Yep.
I mean, the first thing, you know, with AI is property descriptions, right? You can save a lot potentially in the future back office to at least get a concise property description written, for example.
Yes.
You can essentially use AI for a lot of the tasks that you would typically pay and delegate, right?
Right.
Based on salaries. But at the same time, you know, I always think there is something to be said for a real person actually being in the office, the
Sure.
creativity side, like our marketing, for example, is incredible, right? And we heavily
Absolutely.
rely on platforms such as, again, you know, homes.com, Homes Pro,
Yes.
to put our data out, to put our properties out, but we make everything look beautiful.
Amazing.
And to have someone in-house doing that, personally, I don't think AI could take over what we're doing and what, you know, our
It can
employees
help.
are doing.
It can absolutely
Yeah.
enhance our business,
Yes.
and it is massive.
Yeah.
It is massively. I'm obsessed with it personally.
Yes, yes.
I love it. I think, and you're in the forefront of that space if you're running social media
Absolutely.
and utilizing AI. I don't think it's going to slow us down. I think it's going to speed us up.
Yes.
And I think if you're in our business in the world of real estate and you're not utilizing AI to better your business and make you more efficient,
Yes.
you're going to fall 5 steps behind instead of 10 steps forward. So
Absolutely.
no, we're learning AI. We're getting comfortable with AI. We got
Awesome.
everybody on our team learning AI so that we can share ideas. And
Yes.
we're big believers in the future of what AI has to bring.
Great. Yeah, well, James, David, I mean, I got to say, whatever you guys are doing now with homes is amazing. Whatever you guys do, all on social, all on TV, everything you guys do is amazing.
Appreciate
You know, I tilt my hat to you guys, and you know, fellow Brits, thank you for having me and answering my questions.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Pleasure to
That's
meet you.
awesome,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank
Good to meet you, Danny. Have a great day.
All the
Thank you.
best. Okay, who do we have next? How
Hi,
are you?
Natalia.
Good. Hi, my name is Natalia.
Natalia.
How's it going?
Blanchuk. Very complicated.
We're in Nelson Shelter.
Yes, I'm with Nelson Shelton.
Excellent.
First of all, let me tell you, you guys are legends, and it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And my question for you, as a new agent, what advice do you have breaking through competitive California luxury real estate market?
Yes. Good question.
I think you've got to just be up for the challenge. I've said it so many times when James and I first started. it was like 12 years ago now in LA. We had real estate backgrounds, but when we started in LA, we didn't have a contact, we didn't have a listing, we didn't really know our way around, to be honest with you, because we are transplants.
I still don't know my way around, but that's okay. We're figuring it out.
He has a funny story about that, but I've made him share it on previous podcasts, so I'll spare him this time. But, we had to really use the tools available to us, right? And in order to...
Which
Yeah.
tools?
Right. So what didn't cost a lot of money, because frankly, at the time, we didn't really have much money at the time. How would we learn an area? We didn't have the technology that we have today then at the same level, right? So now you can pull up
Social
these
media.
apps like Homes Pro and it can give you all this data. We didn't really have that to this extent back then. So we would pound the pavements, we would hit the ground running, we would literally go and door knock and ask if sellers were interested in selling. And
Door to door.
yeah, literally door to door. It was free. It didn't cost us anything. We'd go back to our office and we would literally pitch developers on these teardowns.
That's incredible. That leads me to my next question.
Yeah.
So times are different now, right? With social media and marketing tools that we have available to us. Does that still, the grandfather way, knocking door to door, still works? Or do you think there are better tools available
It
for
works,
us?
but you do it in conjunction, and James can explain more about the tools that are available to complement that.
Yeah, I think, look, always go back to basics, right? For us, it was door knocking, it was sitting open houses. Nothing has changed. There is so much more available to us as real estate agents today. But if you always take it back to the basics, roll up your sleeves, work hard, think outside of the box, be creative, work harder than your competition. We talk about it all the time. So yes, we believe if you sit an open house every Saturday and Sunday, you're going to get leads. You can turn those leads into buyers. If you go door knocking and you do it consistently over and over and over again, you're going to build your pipeline and you're going to generate business. If you're talking about being in the luxury market, which you're in California, choose which market you want to be in. Go straight to the luxury market. I always talk about it. People are very comfortable selling $1 million house, but they're uncomfortable selling a $10 million house. But the reality is nothing changes except the paycheck. We just have to remove the fear of going for those big numbers and go for it. Now, fast forward to today, the things that we didn't have available back then is, and I keep talking about it because we're a big component of it, is tech. Like, use the tech that we have available to us to pull data, look at market statistics, look at the trends, use a CRM, utilize all of these things to keep you organized, keep you together, and keep you on top of it. Because the biggest and most important thing about this business is consistency and follow-up. And we didn't have a lot of those tech tools when we started, so it was literally a spreadsheet and going through that spreadsheet and marking what we were doing and
notes
how
as
we
well,
were doing.
just notes on the iPhone.
Totally.
Do that.
So
I have a lot of international listings. How do I promote them here in Los Angeles or California in general? International
how does she
listings.
market her international listings?
Oh,
here
got
locally
it,
in
got it.
California?
Go for it.
So I think, look, for us, again, utilize the world we live in today. Social media, put it out there, create some content that we're not used to seeing, something that's different, something that could go viral. Again, look at what's out there that's working. You know, you go through these reels and sometimes you'll see 25 million views and you'll watch it and it's a 5-6 second clip and it hooks and it's the hashtags and it's the time of day that you post and it's the content that you create. But there's so many different technologies that you've got now that you can use to get these things out there. And so I would say research, but be specific in who you're trying to target, right? If you're targeting people that live in a $500,000 home and you're trying to market a $20 million home, you're probably targeting the wrong demographic. So be thoughtful and have intent behind where you're marketing, to whom you're marketing, and use everything that you have available at your fingertips to get it out there.
Tech has made the
Thank
world
you.
smaller.
And greater.
I love it. Thank you so much.
you.
That's it.
Thank you. Nice to
Such a
meet you,
pleasure.
Natalia.
Thank you for joining
Thanks
us.
for joining us.
Thank you so much. Come on up, take a seat on the hot seat.
Hi, Dominique.
And James.
Nice to meet you. How's it going?
Good. Such a pleasure. Hi.
Nice to meet you guys.
Lovely to meet
I
you.
have one big question. That's
Yes.
it. What kind of advice could you give a new agent when they're looking for a mentor and a new brokerage to be a part of? That's
Great.
where I'm at right now.
I would honestly thoroughly research the top agent, someone like, because every agent is different. We always say this. Some agents are brilliant, some agents are superb, but they can be completely different to one another. Find someone that aligns with your values,
Yeah.
your personality, that you feel that you can gel with and bond with, and track them down and start a relationship. Just ask them advice and ask them questions, get to know them. And then whatever you're going to do to generate leads, you can ask them to help you with those. If you get a listing appointment set by door knocking or by being introduced to someone, speak to that potential mentor and say, hey, would you be interested in coming to this listing meeting with me? And we kind of did the same thing, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just to add to Dave, I think you need to really first understand who you are as an agent,
Yeah.
right? What do you want out of being an agent, right? Do you want to go after a specific price point, a specific location? Are you more aggressive in your approach, or are you a little more relaxed in your approach? So really try and understand who you are as an agent, and then go out and look for the agent that speaks to you. Like I remember when we first started, we got a list of all the top agents in LA. This is a business where you can learn so much from your peers because all of the information is out there. You can look at their social media, their marketing, their branding, their logos, which areas they're working, how they're selling. You can actually research it. So once you figure out who you really want to be as an agent, then as David said, go and find who speaks to you in that respect, who aligns with you in that respect. And then I would think about, are you trying to be an assistant to learn the business, or are you trying to be a buyer's agent to learn the business? Like, what do you really want from it? And then I would start taking meetings. I think that the salespeople and the team that you join is probably more important than the brokerage. Because if you like the person, the chances are they're at the brokerage that speaks to you. So get to know these people inside out, see who feels right for you, and then reach out to them and try and set up meetings and then meet these people face to face. It's such a personable business. You want to get to know these people, understand them, make sure that they're speaking your language. And if it all lines up, then of course try and go and get yourself a job.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's just the main question that I had. So
Perfect.
I
Nice to
appreciate
meet
you
you.
guys.
Hope we were
Nice
able to
meeting you.
answer it for
Yes,
you.
you were. Thank
Good,
you.
good.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
You too.
So we've had some great questions so far. We have another
I didn't see a
guest
name tag this
coming
time.
in. Hi.
Tanya Flores.
Lovely to
Hi,
meet
Tanya
you.
Flores.
What's your name?
Tanya Flores.
Tanya, lovely to meet you.
Nice to
Hi
meet you.
guys, I just had a quick question.
Sure.
What advice or tools do you give for agents that are growing their business and don't want to lower their standards and be the best agent possible for their clients?
I always go back to information being key, because however hard you work, obviously that should be a given, right? You need to be able to tell your clients something that they don't already know. If a client turns around to me or James or any agent, right, and says, what's your opinion on this property? You need to be able to answer that question very technically. You need to know the comps around that property. You need to know why that property could be better or worse than the one next door or the one down the street that's sold. Because every property is unique. They have different topography, they have different views, they have different finishes, they have different proximity to the main road on that street, for example. I think information is key, and it always goes back to what is available to us. There are incredible technologies right now that can literally tell us lot size, price per square foot of every sold property. If we're not using that information that is freely available to us, someone else will, and we will fall short of providing that excellent service to a client. And you can talk about how you can do that, I guess, or whatever you want.
No, I think, look, you're trying to enhance who you are as an agent, right? You're trying to create an identity as an agent. You're trying to build your business as an agent. And the one thing that is so important in our business, and you can go to 100 seminars, everyone's going to tell you the same thing. It's information, right? The more information that we have at our fingertips, the more valuable we become to our buyer or seller, right? I think on top of that, the information that we have is so important, not just for our clients, but the relationships that we have with other agents is so important because they have information we need to relay back to our clients. So we've said it today and we'll say it again with Homes Pro, for example. And there's a lot of tech stacks out there. If you're trying to really learn the market and enhance what you have available to you, this particular version of what they do is a CRM, lead generation, statistics. Like, if you really want to understand what's happening in the market, you got to know all of this information. So I just believe that as hard as it is to go out and sell, it's even harder to actually sit down and learn your market inside out, back to front. You've really got to become knowledgeable. So my advice to you, if you really want to excel as an agent, is just become a master of your craft, become a master of your area, of your market. I don't know where you're from. Where are you based?
Inland Empire.
Inland Empire. Become the master of Inland Empire. Like, I'm sure, were you born there or grew up there?
No, Orange County.
Okay, so how long have you been in Inland Empire?
Oh, about 12 years.
And do you have a family?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
like, you're a family lady living in an area. Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Okay, they go to school, learn the market, learn the schools, learn the restaurants, the businesses. Like, really get entrenched in your market, which I'm sure you already do. But keep doing it, keep learning, and just keep building.
Well, the cities keep building and keep growing,
Yes.
so there's always more to learn.
There's always more to learn, and I
But we're
remember-
very lucky that we have
We are.
this technology. We didn't have this before.
Yes.
Take advantage. You can never get caught out if you really study it, and the information's there. I think it's just up to us to sit down and look at it. I'm obsessed by it, frankly. I'm obsessed by lot sizes, price per square foot, style, design, comps,
Thank
everything.
you.
I enjoy it, and I think you have to enjoy what you do. But to have these tools that James mentioned is hugely key. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, my boss said to me at age 16 when I started in the business, he looked at me, he said, there's two things in this business. If you keep doing them, you'll always be successful. He said, answer the phone, which is the obvious one, but
True.
so many agents in our business don't do it.
They do texts.
They do, or they don't respond at all.
Or they take a very long time. to
And
respond.
two, you never know everything, right?
True.
Always be open to learning. And you just said it. There's always change in our industry or our local cities or the surrounding suburbs. Like, this business is changing. Our markets are changing. The rules and regulations are changing. Always be receptive to learn and keep learning and never think you know it.
Awesome. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you so
Nice
much
to
for
meet you.
joining and lovely to meet you.
Love you to meet you guys.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to our next guest.
I love these name badges.
How are
They're so
you?
good.
I'm good. I'm
Nice to meet
James.
you. I'm David. Oh, we got two. Okay. Hi,
Such a
Jessica. How you
pleasure.
doing?
My name is Teresa
Yes.
Contreras. I'm a realtor with Ponce & Ponce Realty out of San Bernardino, serving the Inland Empire.
Okay, excellent.
I'm Jessica Serrano, and I am with Country Estates Realty, based out in Winchester, California.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, it's lovely to meet you both.
Pleasure to meet you. I've served all the Inland Empire, okay? So I'm ready to grow my business, expand into luxury homes. What would you recommend for me to focus on as far as doing the transition from just homes to luxury homes? What would be your best advice for me? What do I
Well, let
focus
me
on?
answer that by asking you a question. Obviously, you're great at what you do.
Thank you.
Obviously, you've sold a lot of homes, right, in the market
Yes.
you've been working in. How did you start off in that market?
Just training, putting myself out there, and delivering the best, delivering value to my clients, and providing the best customer serving and just working hard.
Well, you know what? Just apply that to the big properties because you've done such a great job. And James has
you.
said it before, we both said it, that people say, how did you break into the luxury high-end market? But the truth is that James said, the only difference is the commission. Really, if you can sell the properties you've been selling, you can absolutely sell in the luxury market. You just got to believe in yourself and put yourself out there and focus on generating business in those markets. And let James
Beautiful.
add to
I
that.
actually love that he started that with a question
Hi.
because
Yes.
the reality is, what is luxury, right? How do you define luxury? Is it a certain price point? Is it a certain area? What is it, right? Everybody wants to be in luxury, but what is luxury? To us, I think luxury is, it's a lifestyle, right? You don't just
Right.
suddenly hit a dollar amount and you're in the luxury market. It's just, I think, growing your business and continuing to climb and continuing to reach new price points. So What's your average price point right now?
Well, average price point in the Inland Empire, it can be from like 600, 700, maybe 800.
So perhaps you need to think about venturing a little further out of the Inland Empire to the area that services 2 million or 3 million or 5 million. What does that mean to you? It just means taking a drive, right? And doing the same things that you did to get to where you are today, but breaking through the barriers of not being fearful to go and door knock a house that's 2-3 million. You're already dressed well, you speak well, you're confident.
Thank you.
So I think it all becomes, where do you feel you are? If you feel like you're ready for luxury, you're ready for luxury. You go after it, you don't let fear hold you back, and you start breaking into these new markets that you weren't ordinarily in, and you just go for it. But I don't think it's like you wake up one morning and something changes and suddenly it's a lifestyle. You have to really want it, you have to go for it. Again, we've said it today, really use the information that we have in these different tech stacks to learn about these new markets. Don't just think you're gonna wake up on Monday and go drive to a new area and get loads of business there. You have to learn that area. You have to understand that area. You have to know the comps, what's on the market, what's sold, what's in escrow, what's off market. Like really become a master of the market that you want to go after and then go get it.
And also get access to exclusive listings. Certain apps, homespro.com being one of them, has access to exclusive listings.
Beautiful.
Then you're sharing something, you're sharing information with potential buyers and sellers that they wouldn't otherwise know, and they'll remember you for that.
Wow. Thank you so
Go
much.
get it.
I'm going to go
And
get it.
email us
Thank
once you got it and let us know you got it.
Like, thank you. You
Of
helped
course.
me. Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you guys.
No, I think they answered my question.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, how do you stand out from, there's so much competition, how do you stand out? But you answered, do my homework, learn the market, know what I'm selling, going in there knowledgeable.
Think about it. If the shoe were on the other foot and you were looking to buy a $5 million home, what information would you want to know from your real estate agent? Why should they want to work with either of you or either of us? Why? Because you've got knowledge, you've got information. You can offer them something that nobody else can offer them. And the harder you work, the more information you gather, the more information you'll be able to share with them. And then at that point, they need you because they're buying a home. This is one of the most expensive transactions of their life.
And that
So
information,
put that into perspective.
And that information will help you negotiate the transaction as well. When you're negotiating with the other side and you are equipped, they can't catch you out on anything. You can reel out the comps, you can reel out the facts. That will make you a stronger negotiator. So you can fight for your clients. And they will, when you close that deal, they will never forget you. They will refer you business and they will use you to buy and sell in the future. And that's how you're going to expand your whole business.
Yes. Let's go.
Orange County, here we go.
Yeah, now we're talking.
We believe in you.
We're talking.
You've already proved yourselves. Don't forget that.
Very nice to meet you both,
Thank you.
and thank you
Nice
for
to meet you
joining
guys.
us. We
Thank you so
appreciate it. Okay, we are ready to take another question on the hot seat. We've had some incredible questions so far. Let's hope the incredible questions keep coming. Please join us. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
James, pleasure.
I'm Emma.
I'm David.
Hi, Emma. And Emma's from Berkshire Hathaway. Take the mic.
Were you just
And-
making sure your name was Emma there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It is. I can see. Yeah.
It is.
How are you, Emma?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you for being here.
My question would be, as a starting real estate agent, branching out and going with a partner, what do you recommend? Is it?
You have no
Obviously,
idea
it's good.
about that.
Obviously, it's good.
That's a very good question.
But how
And
do
we
you-
get asked this question a lot.
Yeah, true.
I have my answer. Go for it.
Well, no, I'll let James answer, but I'll just premise that we grew up together. We knew each other all our lives. So I don't know if it's very easy to find someone that you've known all your life, maybe a sibling, if you get on, something like that, if you complement each other. But, I think ours is more organic than anything else. So I'm actually going to I want to know what your answer is, actually. I'm curious.
No, my answer is, because we do get asked this a lot, right? I think the idea of having a business partner is great. It's exciting. You got someone to bounce ideas off. The dream partner is someone that plays, your strengths are their weaknesses and vice versa. And in theory, a business partner in this crazy industry is a really good idea and a great thing to have. The issue is you have to have trust. You have to have implicit
I
trust.
knew it was going back to the trauma again, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
For
I
both
mean,
of us, by the way, not just for him. Yeah.
you have to understand that if you are running a business with somebody, there has to be that trust, and there has to be that element of it doesn't matter who's closing what in business, right? You might close 100% one month, and your business partner might close 0. Or that might be 3 months or a quarter or half a year, or you might have a great year, they might have a bad year. None of it matters because you're building for the better of the business, for the growth of the business. But if you don't trust that person, then you're going to end up building resentments towards one another. So having a business partner is very similar to a marriage, right? It's not
sometimes even more complex.
Yes, exactly. So it's not just this completely straightforward thing. Tomorrow we start, and we've seen so many failed business partnerships because you go into it with big eyes, really excited, but those two people didn't really have their interests aligned. And, you know, it's very easy to come together. It's a real pain in the ass to break up.
That's what would be the follow question. How do you break up? Because you have this image, and you guys didn't work out. Then now you have to go and brand yourself.
Well, we've actually, not James and I, but we have thought about merging with someone else throughout, our partnership. And the closer we got to it, the more we realized what we actually had. And we realized, wait a minute, we actually have something really good. Yeah. Like the grass can be greener on the other side until you realize it's actually not. Yeah. And I think my answer would be that, it's very difficult to have a partnership that works and, like James said, that has the longevity. And once you have it, you're very lucky. You count yourself as being lucky. Genuinely, I wouldn't really want to do this on my own, to be honest with you. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You need someone that has, but you also want the support of someone that has your back, right? Because at the end of the day, everyone is out, well, not everyone, because we have a lot of good friends that are realtors that are actually our competition, but it's a very, very competitive environment. And sometimes it can get the better of you, but if you have a partner that has your back, that genuinely has your back, it gives you even more confidence that what you're doing is right. Again, you can bounce ideas off each other, but you can't really be defeated. It's very difficult to be defeated because you have each other's back and you're that strong. And I think that's super important, yeah.
Be very careful and take your time with it. And maybe it's not a business partner, maybe it's an assistant, maybe it's an intern, maybe it's someone that you can just have there so you got someone to bounce ideas off. But if you are going to move forward with a partnership, be selective, be thoughtful with the process.
And don't do it for the sake of it.
And take your time.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Thank you. Nice Appreciate it. Very nice to meet you too. Let's bring the next guest up to the hot seat.
Hi, Rick. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Pleasure. Please take a seat. James David.
James David. Nice to meet you.
Here you go, my friend. Were you drinking a vodka, beer?
No, they didn't have none of
That's not a beer, is it?
It's a beer. It's a beer.
Oh no, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is.
On Wednesday, right?
Good man, before lunch. Good for you. All right, let's go.
My question for you guys today is, how do you guys handle negotiations, and what's your best way to get the best deal?
Yep.
I actually have an answer to that works for me. I can't speak for anyone else, but it works for me. Is the agent on the other side is who typically we're negotiating with, right? I have come across the agents with the worst reputations. The ones that say you can't trust them, the ones that have the egos, the ones that just want to do whatever it takes to get a deal. I have said to those people, we are team, we're on the same team. We're not on different teams. Well, I'm not against you, you're not against me. The best result we're going to get for both of our clients is if we can trust each other because of the interests of the clients. To put the egos aside, put everything aside about us. Let's work for the clients and let's work in unison. Every time I've said that, whoever that agent is, their guard drops straight away. And suddenly you get this rhythm going, right? It's actually quite incredible because you're going to be negotiating with these guys. It could be for a week, it could be for a month, the whole duration of the escrow, whatever it is, request for repairs, you know what I mean? Close dates, etc. I always believe that if you can put your guard down, they will put their guard down. And don't look at it as me against you. Look at it as us together. We're a team. The most amazing things happen. I'm not just saying that. Genuinely, for me personally, again, that would be my advice. And I know James will have more to that.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork
Yeah.
makes the dream work. No, I think, look, we always say this, right? Your relationship with clients is very important, but actually your relationship with other real estate agents is even more important. And we say the client comes and goes, but the real estate agent stays. So if you're in your local market and you're negotiating on behalf of a buyer, if you have a good relationship with the listing agent, chances are they're going to want to help you. They're going to want to do the deal with you versus someone else they don't know. If you have a good reputation with good clients, they're going to know that when Rick comes along, Rick's the real deal, Rick closes. So it's about maintaining your relationship with other agents in your market. And again, if you're representing a buyer, before you write the offer, speak to the listing agent. Ask them what's important to the seller. How long do they need? Are they in a rush to get out? Do they want a quick close? Do they want a long close? Do they need a lease back? Like, really try and understand. If I write a letter on behalf of my client, or my client writes a letter, is that something that's going to speak well to your seller? Like, really understand who is the seller so that you can get to the seller from a position of, like, we're the right people for your house. We often forget that a negotiation, we're still negotiating on what's probably not just the buyer, but also the seller's most important asset in the world. It's their home. So it comes with emotions. So understand who you're dealing with, play on those emotions, learn who you're dealing with, and then go in with a position of strength.
Understand who you're dealing with, and teamwork makes the dream work.
Amen. Let's go.
Nice, concise.
Keep drinking beer and happy days. Great to meet you,
Have a
Rick.
great
Thank
day.
you so much. I'll take
See you
that.
later.
Thank you so much for being here. Wow, we have a blast from the past. We know you.
Hello.
Long time.
I know.
How you been, Sarah?
Good. How are you?
Very good. How's
Welcome.
life? How's your dog?
Good.
How's your family?
Dog is good. I'm picking her up right now. Just sold the house just an hour ago.
Congratulations.
Congrats. That's
Lunch is on
amazing.
Sarah.
Yeah. What impact do you feel like social media has on buying and selling real estate?
I think social media can be very important if it's used correctly, right? I think that we each need to individually understand who we are as people, parents, friends, children, real estate agents. And I think that if you're going to use social media as your platform in which you want to build your business, then the social media messaging that you put out has to be in line with the business that you're trying to sell. Somebody said earlier today, like, I want to get into the luxury market. What is luxury? I even feel like social media ties into luxury, right? If you're out getting smashed at a bar and you're downing shots of vodka, that's probably not the messaging you want to put out there. But
Unless
if
you're doing it at a very high-end private members club
Exactly.
that's very exclusive.
But if you're trying to portray who you are as a brand, then let that brand speak to who you are through the eyes of social media. The amount of people that follow us on social media, and we have no idea who they are. They could be clients, they could be friends of clients, but they're coming to our page to see what properties we have, see what information we're putting out, see the brand that we are, to see if maybe they want to work with us, not work with us. So I think it's all got to be consistent with who you are. And then I'll end with, you know, if you are going to use social media to the better of your business, it's like anything in this industry, you got to be consistent. You got to do it over and over. You can't post one video a month and expect to get results, like you can't door knock once a month and expect results. So no matter what you're doing through social media, do it over and over and over again, and be competitive and be consistent and make sure the messaging is right.
I love that. Thank
I love
you.
that you love
That's
that.
Great.
Any other questions? Because you are the last question of the day.
What is the spookiest or most bizarre home you've ever seen?
Ever seen? It's actually Michael LeBeau's house on the
my
Beverly
God.
Hills Flats.
Don't say that.
Well, no,
Okay,
it's, a,
so- okay.
it's a Halloween house.
Oh yes, good point.
Oh yeah, it's in the Beverly Hills Flats. But
Very good point, actually.
kudos to him. He actually, like every Halloween, he has it open for everyone to go in. It's a witch house.
Is it the Spadina house?
Yes.
Yes.
See that?
I just did all this research on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
He,
I
lives
know
there,
that.
by the way.
I know. It's
Yeah.
it's storybook architecture.
I mean,
Yeah. It was in Clueless.
Was it?
Yes,
I
it
didn't
was.
know that.
There's a sign that says "Don't eat the berries." And recently, Alicia, the actress,
Yes,
from
Silverstone.
Clueless.
Yes.
There was a whole article. She was at some random house and she picked a poisonous berry and ate it. It was all over the
oh,
news.
gracious.
It's just weird how
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yes.
Was it that house?
No,
Oh.
but like she should have looked at the sign.
Yes. Good
Fair
point.
play,
Very
fair
good point.
play.
And
Later in life, she actually did that. And
that's so wild.
Yeah.
That was my. I just remember that. Like that's.
So
Just,
you were going to say that was your favorite movie.
I'm Clueless. I actually haven't seen it, to be honest with you. That's the.
Please, you've not
I
seen
swear on my life,
Clueless.
have you seen Clueless?
100 times. I love Clueless.
Really?
Of course. I should actually rewatch it now.
I like Father of the Bride.
oh my god, me too. I've been to that house. It's in Pasadena.
Have you? Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
That
I can
movie.
send you the address.
I want to. He is me in many ways. I want to be him.
I know.
Yeah. I love his car.
Yeah.
So glad
really got the car.
ended on this.
Do you remember I was gonna
That's
get the
my
car?
favorite movie,
You know
too.
the car, the Austin Healey I was gonna get.
Yeah, that home is
Yeah.
in Pasadena area.
Yes,
You could.
yes.
There's so many.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of my
Sarah,
favorites.
it is so good to,
So
see,
good
you.
to see you.
Thank you for
Yes.
coming by, and let's catch up very
Yeah.
soon.
Good to see you, Sarah. Have a
All
lovely
right,
day.
see you.
Mike goes
Thanks for
right
being
there,
on.
and thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, well, that was a ton of fun.
Yes, that was amazing.
We got to do more of these live podcasts.
With homes.com.
Yes, it's been really great to be here today. We have enjoyed this. It's a wrap for the hot seat edition of Rise Above the Ranks. We hope you found the advice as valuable as we enjoyed sharing it. A huge thank you to homes.com for sponsoring this episode, and to all of you for joining us live. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the episode and listening. Thank you for watching on whether it's YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more episodes of Rise Above the Ranks in Estate Media, and leave us a comment below with who you'd like to see on future episodes. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one.